just Doug Harper. Today, we're having a very candid episode, unscripted and raw. So hang out and exciting things. I don't know if they're exciting or not, but things to talk about today. So today on Lunch with Doug.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Lunch with Doug, a unique and fun experience brought to you by the creative minds at the Music Exerbia Project. Today's episode is made possible thanks to the generous support of our esteemed sponsors. Harry Frog Graphics, your go-to destination for all things graphic, located at 150 North Commercial, Nevada, Missouri. Reach out to them at 417-381-1077. Karen McNair, your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. Dial 269-267-4644 to learn about the monthly information class or to schedule a personal consultation. Boutique Marketplace, featuring more than 17 vendors, including the second edition shop inside. Located at 500 East Cherry, Nevada, Missouri, at the historic Village Mall property where the new Elite Fitness Gym is currently located. John's Barbershop, located at 121 West Cherry, Nevada, Missouri. Open Tuesday through Friday, they welcome walk-ins, no appointment needed. American Legion Post Number 2, located at 402 East Cherry, Nevada, Missouri. Newly remodeled with a clean, fresh look, gaming machines, and new smoke eaters. Nevada Tobacco and Community Store, your local store next door at 125 West Cherry, Nevada, Missouri. Open 7 days a week, featuring a variety of snacks, Missouri lottery tickets, bottled drinks, and everyday products for everyone. Express Printing, offering print-based products, including banners, decals, signs, and vinyl decals upon request. Printed and cling-based removable decals for various applications. Conveniently located at 14144 East Highway 54, right next to Mr. D's. Contact them at 417-283-2056. Thank you for choosing to spend your lunchtime with us.
All right, folks, what do you get with a candid, raw episode of Lunch with Doug? You get my thoughts on life and all this. We're always talking about events. We're shoving events down your throat. We're saying, go here, go there. Here's the direction. Today is just a day to say, hey, we actually give a darn about our listeners. So we want, the podcast, our podcast family, we want to hear from you. I was thinking today that we want to do something cool with the podcast. We want to cultivate, inspire something cool. And of course, you know that I'm leaning on music stuff all the time, but that's stuff that I'm interested in, of course. And I know many of you that listen to the podcast are also interested in that. But I want to take a consensus of my listeners to the podcast, wherever you may be. I know we're getting further and farther all over the place. So the podcast now, we'll say we're a nationwide podcast for sure, and we are international because we do have listeners other places, though not as many. The bulk of the 98% is in the United States of listeners, but that allows for 2% elsewise, and as those numbers go up, that becomes a considerable amount of people. Anyway, there's an easy way you can message the podcast wherever you're listening to this. There's a way to do that. Honestly, I can't do it myself because I have the podcast, so it doesn't allow me to message myself. So I've never been able to try it out. However, I have gotten some messages through the times. But if you do, those pop up in my little inbox and a recorded message, and I can play them if we deem that worthy or whatever. But either way, you can get a message to me very easily that way. Or you can message our local ear at yahoo.com, the email that matches my other brand, Local Ear Magazine. Localear at yahoo.com. You can email me. Or in fact, you can just text message me. I'll give you my personal number, folks. That's how cool I am. Please use it responsibly. 417-321-6254. You can text me there. I don't usually pick up, and I don't usually listen to voicemails because I get tons of them. So I don't usually actually just have to be, again, it's a candid episode. I get too many voicemails. I cannot listen to them all. That's how many times my phone rings. So, yeah, text message me. Let me know what it's about. Or let me know that you left me a voice message. That would help too. Then I can filter through it and find the one that is pressing. Anyway, enough about me. I want to know about what you want us to accomplish here with this podcast. What can we do for you? What can this podcast do that you're like, oh, that podcast can do something? If you see something that we can get accomplished with it, let's do it. Let's talk about that. That's what today's episode's all about. Candid, very candid, because coming up on the first of the year, we're going to make a lot of changes. We've talked about that a little bit here on the podcast, how the audience is shifting. And there's a second podcast being launched called Go Nevada Mo that is more specifically about Nevada, Missouri, which is what originally kind of this podcast was. But with our growth, we're just we're going in a new direction, and we're not changing anything that's fun. We're keeping it the same, but just moving in a different way as those stars unalign in this situation and align in another situation. So if all of that makes sense. Very candid show today. Let us know what we can do for you here at Lunch with Doug. And, of course, we're always looking for new endorsements and sponsorships and these sort of things, too. But we are very selective on those. Typically, it's invitation only. But if you do have an idea or an offer, let us know. And we will consider it on the table. So as long as it is cohesive to what we're doing. Everything has to be cohesive and streamlined these days. It's very important in all aspects of the world, I think, because there's just so much going on. There's so much things coming down the pipe that you got to get on brand and on channel and on all of these things, in not just if you're a podcaster, in your regular life, whatever, your work life. I have to get on brand and online and streamline at my regular job, as I still have one of those. So I have to go to that today. I'll be heading back to that. So I got to get off here, and we'll talk again soon. And hopefully I'll be less vulnerable and candid tomorrow, although this may be a good thing. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe you'll boo me. That's okay. If this is not the type of episode. Again, it's about you. You're the listener. I'm the talker. So let's figure out what you're interested in, and let's amplify that. And that's where we're going with Lunch with Doug. In season 9 that's coming up right around the corner, just a few months away from that, and we'll be working in that direction as we head that way. So that's what's going on. Yeah, that is all. Thanks for spending your lunchtime with me.
Today's episode is made possible thanks to the generous support of our esteemed sponsors. Harry Frog Graphics, your go-to destination for all things graphic, located at 150 North Commercial, Nevada, Missouri. Reach out to them at 417-381-1077. Karen McNair, your friendly neighborhood nutritionist. Dial 269-267-4644 to learn about the monthly information class or to schedule a personal consultation. Boutique Marketplace, featuring more than 17 vendors, including the second edition shop inside. Located at 500 East Cherry, Nevada, Missouri, at the historic Village Mall property where the new Elite Fitness Gym is currently located. John's Barbershop, located at 121 West Cherry, Nevada, Missouri. Open Tuesday through Friday, they welcome walk-ins, no appointment needed. American Legion Post Number 2, located at 402 East Cherry, Nevada, Missouri. Newly remodeled with a clean, fresh look, gaming machines, and new smoke eaters. Nevada Tobacco and Community Store, your local store next door at 125 West Cherry, Nevada, Missouri. Open 7 days a week, featuring a variety of snacks, Missouri lottery tickets, bottled drinks, and everyday products for everyone. Express Printing, offering print-based products, including banners, decals, signs, and vinyl decals upon request. Printed and cling-based removable decals for various applications. Conveniently located at 14144 East Highway 54, right next to Mr. D's. Contact them at 417-283-2056.